Hello everybody, Angel on Fire here. Today I'm going to be talking about Tripwire's second update, or second, interview with PC Gamer. And in this one, they started talking about different types of guns and the reload animations and what makes this game different than any other game, gun-wise. They also just dropped their teaser trailer yesterday, which is freaking awesome. So I will put a link in the description for that. It's really getting me psyched up and everything. So, in the article, they start talking about what makes this game better than the others. So, for example, with Tripwire, they are really well known for how much work they put into their animations. With Red Orchestra, many companies were amazed by their reload animations and making their guns and everything look really good, compared to games like Battlefield and Call of Duty and everything. With their big teams, somehow Tripwire managed to do better in that aspect than them. So Tripwire is really well known for how much work they put into their guns and how realistic it is to a gun that's being used either in World War II like Red Orchestra or modern day with something like Killing Floor. They go on to talk about how much research they put into each type of different gun firing and how they looked at each different type of audio that is made from different types of weapons being fired, so they can make the gun sound as good as it can be and look as good as it can be. So they go over again how they recorded the bullpup at 242 frames per second, so when it goes into Z time, you have it slowed down and it doesn't look finicky or anything. It's still sitting at about 30 frames a second even when you're in slow motion. And when it is that slow, they have about 22 frames for each shell that comes out of the weapon. They recorded it so that every single kickback you are able to see when you're in Z time, and then even if it is the real game time and it's just moving time normally, you can still see that it is doing some extra stuff and it makes it feel, quote, more powerful. Now this section right here is probably the coolest part in the whole article. It talks about gun accuracy and the recoil and everything. So basically, when you're in a normal game and you fire your gun, even though you might have your sight pointed directly at another player, your bullet, chances are, is going to go off to the side of it. And especially if you're moving, you're going to have the extra wide spray. However, in Killing Floor 2, what's going to happen is you're going to have your gun and it's going to be wobbling a bit back and forth. However, where the dot is where the bullet will go. So it will be moving around, but if it's like moving around in a circle or something, and then you click as soon as it's on the zombie's head, it will go to the zombie. Now, of course, you still have to take into consideration your ping and where the zombie might have changed its position. However, if you're playing on LAN or even really low latency servers, you're not going to have an issue at all, and it's going to be really, really good. They talk about how they actually researched different types of reloads on YouTube. So when your gun needs to be reloaded, they have a really good animation for you quickly pulling out a new magazine, dropping your old one, and putting in the new one. And they don't just have one type of animation for this. They have 4 animations total for fast reloads. And then, of course, you're going to have 4 total for each gun. But the slower ones or regular ones are for when you're level 1. And then as you level up, your reload speed will become faster. Next up, they talk about weapon balance. In Killing Floor 1, for example, you would shoot a 9mm pistol, and that would deal more damage than the bullpup rifle. And they're saying right here that they are not going to have that in Killing Floor 2, and they will actually edit it so each single weapon is comparable to real life. Gibson explains that they want to have an equal amount of snipers and an equal amount of machine guns on one team to try to keep it realistic. And then they also want to take into consideration the real world. Of course, you don't want to be sitting in a certain position for hours like you would in real life waiting for something to happen, but you do want to get a good feeling when you finally hit a hard shot. Tripwire knows how to make their guns really good, but they're not going to have perfection until they actually get it out there in the community through early access. They're also excited to get the game into people's hands. They want to get the feedback from the players as soon as they can so they can make an even better game. However, they still have not put down a set release date, even on early access. However, they have already made a website for Killing Floor 2, so I will put a link to that in the description, along with the article where I'm getting all of this information. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, and if you want more information on Killing Floor 2 as it comes out, just subscribe to my channel, and I'll make sure I will make more videos about any articles that they post. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Angel on Fire out.